The issue of insomnia have become so common and it calls for serious attention. Insomnia is simply the inability to sleep. This means that if you're not sleeping enough, you're not sleeping well, or you have issues falling asleep, you're suffering from insomnia. For some people, insomnia is a minor inconvenience, like it does not happen often, it happens once in a while. While to some, it is a major disruption, that is, it is a constant occurrence. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing the symptoms, the causes, and the treatment of insomnia. If today is the first time of coming across my video, you are highly welcome. Please endeavor to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to get notified each time I make a new post. This is the Health Clue and we help you to discover your path to wellness. Some insomnia happens on its own, and this is known as the primary insomnia, while some are a result of some health conditions, which is known as the secondary insomnia. Now let's look at the symptoms of insomnia. The symptoms of insomnia are divided into three categories. The number one category is when you have trouble sleeping. This particular category happens in three stages. Stage 1 is when you have difficulty falling asleep from the onset. Stage 2 is when you wake up in the middle of the night and find it difficult to sleep back. And stage 3 is when you wake up too early in the morning and find it difficult to fall back asleep. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're suffering from insomnia. The number 2 category is daytime effects. A good sleep is really needed to be your best during the day, maybe at school, at work, your business, or to carry out any daily activity. If you don't have a good sleep, it will be really difficult for you because you'll be experiencing symptoms like feeling sick, tiredness, feeling sleepy, delayed response to task, difficulty in remembering things, experiencing slow thought processes, confusion, or finding it difficult to concentrate. You will also experience mood disruption like depression, anxiety, and irritability. So if you experience all of this, just know that you are suffering from insomnia, because if you have a sufficient sleep, you will not experience any of this. Number 3 category is chronic insomnia. If you're suffering from a chronic insomnia, you'll be experiencing insomnia at least 3 times in a week, and it can also last for at least 3 months or more. So if your insomnia have taken this long, just know that you're suffering from a chronic insomnia. But bear it in mind that chronic insomnia does not happen as a result of medication or other sleep disorder. Other medical or mental health condition can be a reason why you're not sleeping. Which brings me to the causes of insomnia. The main cause of insomnia have really not been found, but there are some factors that can trigger insomnia. Some of the factors I'm about to mention may be the cause or may contribute to why you're having insomnia. Number 1, family history. Some insomnia can be genetic. So if you have a family history of insomnia, you're bound to experience insomnia. Number 2, brain activity. When your brain have been active for a particular period of time, maybe due to work, project, or any activity, you are bound to have insomnia. Or when your mind have been filled with a lot of thoughts, it can cause a stress in your brain that can give rise to insomnia. Number 3, mental health condition. About half of the people suffering from chronic insomnia have at least one mental health condition. Some mental health condition like depression and anxiety can cause insomnia. Also, people with fear that have destructive sleep issues like panic attacks, nightmares, and people that don't feel safe sleeping in their homes, maybe due to some situations like repeated abuse and violence, you can experience insomnia. Number 4, medical condition. There are some health conditions that can cause insomnia. Health conditions like diabetes, pains all over the body, overactive thyroid, asthma, heart disease, acid reflux, Parkinson's disease, and a lot more. Number 5, neurological disorder. Insomnia is more prevalent in people that are suffering from neurological disorder. Disorders like brain tumors, epilepsy, seizures, stroke, migraine, autism, we have dementia, meningitis, nerve damage, and a lot more. Number 6, life changes. Insomnia caused by life changes are often temporal. It does not stay for a long period of time, so within a short period of time, it will wear off. This kind of insomnia happens when you change your environment, like sleeping in an unfamiliar place or adjusting to a new work schedule like shift work. Long-term changes like moving to a new place can also affect your sleep. But like I said earlier, it is temporal. Do you know that there are some foods and drinks that contribute to insomnia? Let's look at some foods and drinks that can contribute to insomnia. Number 1 is alcohol. Some people use alcohol to induce sleep, but trust me that the sleep that is induced by alcohol is not a good sleep. Because when you wake up from that sleep, you will still experience the symptoms of insomnia as someone that didn't sleep at night. Number 2 is caffeine. Many people consume caffeine in the form of coffee. Caffeine is a drug that stimulates the central nervous system. Many people consume caffeine to make them stay awake and make their brains to be active. Maybe you have some projects, you need to stay awake, you don't want to stay off, you can take caffeine. It will help you to stay awake. But trust me that the long-term use of this can cause insomnia. Number 3, energy drink. Consuming energy drink will not do your sleep any favor because energy drink contains a high level of caffeine. It may interest you to know that apart from caffeine being in the form of coffee, it is also in the form of energy drink, black tea, chocolates, and also present in candies. So if you consume any of these, it can cause insomnia. Acidic foods can trigger acid reflux that can cause insomnia. Foods like citric fruits, raw onions, beans, and tomatoes can trigger insomnia. And lastly, number 5, water. Water is an essential component that the body needs. But if you consume water excessively before bedtime, it will make you to wake up multiple times in between the nights to urinate. All these foods I just mentioned does not mean that you should not consume them. The only thing is be cautious of how you consume them, especially at bedtime. Maybe consuming them at night, it is not advisable because doing so, it will have a high effect on your sleep. The issue of insomnia needs to be taken seriously, and if you don't take it seriously, you are more likely to develop high blood pressure, stroke, type 2 diabetes, heart attack, psychosis, obesity, obstructive sleep apnea, and of course depression and anxiety is not left out. Now the treatment of insomnia varies because the cause of insomnia needs to be ascertained to know the nature and the manner of treatment to offer you. So when the cause of insomnia have been found, medications will be administered to you by your doctor. My advice is if you're suffering from insomnia, speak with a doctor so that treatment can commence. Because if you don't handle that insomnia now, you're more likely to develop the health conditions I mentioned earlier. If you have not subscribed to this channel at this point, I wonder what you're waiting for. Thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. And please don't forget to subscribe.